The Miami Heat get the dub tonight with a 126-108 win over the Charlotte Hornets as they return to their home floor, defend that home court, improve to 3-0 at home and 5-4 on this in this season. Miami Heat did this though with some adversity. Without Bam Adebayo, the Heat get the job done. He's out with a big sprained toe on his left foot. Will he play tomorrow? I'm presuming probably not. Big sprained toe from what I've read in every rehab thing there is that's a 36-week type of thing. I don't think he'll be out 3 to 6 weeks, but I think he will be out at least probably a week or two because you don't want that to be some lingering type of injury. But man, let's jump on in on this thing. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Heat Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor of this show, Natalie Lopez, attorney at law. When life hits, the law firm of Natalie Lopez hits back harder. A South Florida criminal defense law firm delivering relentless results for clients across South Florida. Call 954-888-8833 and follow her on Instagram at nat.guilty. Prepare to conquer your case. Her information is in the description of the video. Let's jump on in on this video right here tonight. The Heat 126-108 winners over the Charlotte Hornets. The Heat explode to start the game. 53 points in the first quarter. The second most in NBA history, the most in Miami Heat history. This new form of basketball, this positionless ball that the Miami Heat is playing, it has its positives, it has its negatives, and tonight we saw both. I mean, we really saw both. This team was 10 for 15 from 3 in the first quarter. The rest of the way, 2 for 13. This team led 64-38 in the second quarter with 8 minutes and 8 minutes and 39 seconds to go. From that point on, the Charlotte Hornets went on a 20 shit, it was so bad. A 25-1 run. 25-1 was it? No, I'm sorry. 27-2. 27-2 run. Cutting a 26-point lead to 1 with a minute 28. They cut it with 2:23 to go in the second quarter. You're watching this thing and you're watching the Miami Heat shoot themselves right out of the game. You're like, come on. They blew a 26-point lead in 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Kept taking threes, kept missing threes, and then Charlotte got hot from 3 themselves. And that is what happens in the NBA game today. And these leads disappear in the blink of an eye. It's like, yo. But I got to give the Miami Heat credit. A lot of credit. They could have completely folded the tent and packed it in, man. They could have packed it in. They hit a couple free throws to make it 68-65. Got back down to 1. Hit a bucket to make it 70-67. Got back down to 1. And went into the half up 3, 72-69. So we saw the tale of both things happening in the first half alone. Miami Heat on fire from 3, Miami Heat blistering from 3, and Miami Heat ice cold from 3, building up a 26-point lead and letting it fall to pieces like that. Now, they got their asses kicked on the glass again tonight, as they did against the Nuggets. And this is going to come back to bite them in the ass at some point. Obviously it bit them against the Nuggets, but it's going to bite them some more if they keep getting crushed on the glass like this. They got out rebounded 57-37. They gave up 19 offensive rebounds. They had 6 of their own. So they gave up 19 boards, 13 extra shots. Somehow the Miami Heat took as many shots because The Hornets turned the ball over 18 times, and the Heat only turned it over 8 times. The Heat got to the line 14 times, but gave up 27 free throws to the Hornets, which is why the game, I mean, it wasn't actually close at the end, but why the Hornets were actually able to stick around. The Hornets shot 38% from the field, 25.6 from three. The Heat shot 51.5 from the field and 42.9 from three, despite going 2 of 13 from three after starting game 10 of 15. Jaime Jaquez continues to be exceptional. I mean, he's coming off the bench, putting up big performances, big numbers. Tonight he had 18 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds, but with about a minute to go in the game, up 15 points, he has to leave the game with an ankle turn. And I'm hoping that he's okay, because that would be a devastating blow to the team right now. They are dealing with the injury issues that include Bam Adebayo with the sprained big toe, Tyler Hero off of off-season surgery, and they're fighting through it, man. So I got to give them credit for that. They're really fighting through this thing. And you know, when you look at situations like this, I mean, Andrew Wiggins goes for 22 on 9 of 16, 4 or 6 from three. Norman Powell goes for 25, only played 27 minutes. That was 10 of 20. He went out in the first half with a slightly sprained ankle, hobbles off the floor, goes right to the locker room, but he was able to play in the second half, which was big. So hoping that he will be healthy, because the Heat have a quick turnaround. They play tomorrow. By the way, this was an NBA Cup game, so they're 1-0 in NBA Cup play. You know, that fake championship that they've created for this league that I think is the silliest crap on earth. But hey, you want to win, so I understand. You want to win, period. Powell goes for 25, hoping he's able to play tomorrow night. I mean, because you know how that stuff can happen overnight, can swell up a little bit. It might not, it might be sore. Davion Mitchell goes for 9. Pele Larson in the big game, 19 points, 8 of 11 from the field. That guy continues to perform very well. Simone Fontecchio goes for 11 off the bench. Nikola Jovic goes for 10. Drew Smith has 5. But yeah, Jaime Jaquez seems to be the Miami Heat closer in the fourth quarter of games. The game got close in the third. The game was relatively close in the third quarter. The Heat, you know, it's 72-69. They've opened it up a little bit. It got down to 80 to 79. The one thing that never happened was Charlotte never got the lead. They tied the game at 80. They tied it again at 82, but they never got the lead. And obviously, when you're coming back from such a big margin and you can't get the lead, it kind of stings a little bit. You know what I mean? So after it's 82-82, Jaime Jaquez hits a free throw. Jovic hits a 7-footer. Pele Larson hits a 3. I'm sorry, it's a 3-footer. So he hits a bucket. Norman Powell hits a bucket, and now it's a 7-point game again. And from that point on, the game was pretty much no less than 6. Fourth quarter, Miami blew them out in the fourth quarter. Miami took care of business in the fourth. They got, you know, the game got. Did they get back closer than 6? I don't know. Let me see here. I don't think it got close. Got to 6 at 101-95. But that was it. It never got closer than 6. You know, once the Heat pushed it back up to 10 points, it was pretty much the ball game. You know, Jaime Jaquez had 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, Jaquez had 8 of his 18 in the fourth quarter. Like I said, he's kind of been the closer, and the Heat were able to pull away and make it an 18-point win over the Hornets. The Hornets, I mean, they fought, man. It was like these guys could have folded over and quit. They didn't quit. They kept fighting back. Con Kneppel, rookie out of Duke, went for 30, 5 of 13 from 3, 9 of 23 overall. Miles Bridges had 14 and 12, but he shot terribly from the field, 4 of 16. Trey Mann was terrible from the field, 7 of 24 with 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. Sion James, rookie, had 10 points. Ryan Kalkbrenner, another rookie, had 10 points and 5 boards. And they got 10 points off Musa Diabate off the bench, 10 and 11. But the Heat, I mean, that first quarter was crazy. And then the second quarter was just as crazy, because it's like you have an ultimate collapse going on here. The Heat are still probably going to be without Bam Adebayo tomorrow. I don't expect him to play. The Heat will host the Portland Trailblazers tomorrow night. The Trailblazers are now 5-3. I guess they play better when their coach isn't rigging games. Allegedly. I guess that's what happens when your coach isn't betting against you. Allegedly. So the Trailblazers are doing a pretty good job right now. They are Shadion Sharp is game time decision. Blake Wesley's out. Matisse Thybulle's out. Scoot Henderson is out. But I expect this game to be a pretty high scoring game. The Blazers have wins over Oklahoma City, Denver, Utah, and the Lakers. So they have beaten some teams this year that are solid. Obviously, Denver is a good win for them. OKC is a good win for them. Even the Lakers game, was a good win for them. So they are a team that Miami has to be very, very, careful not to mess around with and take this thing seriously. They're led by Denny Avdija, who's got averages 24.4 points per game. Drew Holiday's averaging 7.6 assists. Donovan Klingon's averaging 9 rebounds a game. Jeremy Grant's averaging 20. Shadion Sharp's averaging 18, but he's out from what did I just say he's out? I think I did. I think that's what I said. Yeah, sorry, game time decision. So he might play tomorrow. That's obviously important for them. Drew Holiday's averaging 17. So they're solid this year. Drew Holiday brings that vet experience, that vet leadership. And like I said, when you don't have a coach kind of like, I don't know, doing stuff that maybe he shouldn't be doing. I'm not saying he was doing that, but we can make jokes about it. Because they are 5-3. So that's it for tonight. The Miami Heat get the W, 126-108 over Charlotte. They improved to 3-0 on the home floor. Want to keep that going. They got 3 more home games in a row before hitting back on another, trip on the road. Yeah, they got the Blazers, and then after that, I think they have the Knicks back to back. Yeah, no, they got the Blazers, and they Charlotte, Portland, Cleveland back to back, then New York after that back to back. So y'all leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all jumping on board. This is Heat Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.